guys, so today I'm back with a college video. My professional camera, the SD card broke, so today I'm filming on my webcam, but honestly I don't think it looks that bad. Today I'm going to be talking kind of about what schools I got into, what schools I got rejected from. Okay, so I just realized I didn't tell you guys which schools I got accepted into and which schools I got rejected from. So I got into UCF, I got into Florida Gulf Coast University, I got into USF, University of South Florida, and I got rejected from University of Florida and FSU. College application tips and advice. If you can't already tell, I am going to the University of Central Florida. UCF Knights, go Knights. By the way, let's address this picture. This is from my graduation party, so it has like a bunch of signatures on it and stuff, and it's just in my room, but this is like a nice corner to film, so there's me. I will be attending the University of Central Florida starting this summer. It's in Orlando. I live in Florida, so it is a state school for me. First, I'm going to talk about my school. I actually got to talking to my parents and I had a Florida prepaid because originally I wanted to go to New York, but I had a Florida prepaid, so it wouldn't make sense for me to go. So I ended up staying in state and I'm going to UCF. Florida prepaid covers my tuition for all of 4 years, but I still have to pay for dorm and food, obviously, and other activities that I want to do. It ends up being a lot cheaper to stay in state and go to UCF than it would to go to like NYU. I move in on like the 21st or the 24th, and then I start on June 27th of 2016. I got a 1530 on the SAT and I got a 24 on the ACT. I was ranked 151 out of 402 people. My cumulative GPA was a 2.96, my academic core was a 3.01, and my weighted was a 4.1. Throughout all my years of high school, I ended up taking 6 APs, and I took like mostly honors and advanced classes throughout all of high school ever since freshman year, and I just wanted to challenge myself with the AP classes so I would be more prepared for college, because, and also like I have like a lot of credits now. I pretty much have like a half a year done, and when I complete my summer courses I'll have a full year by the time that I start in the fall, so I'm pretty much a sophomore, but I'm actually a freshman. APs ended up helping me out a lot and they could save a ton of money. I was actually deferred from UCF. I got accepted in like March. I got accepted for the summer semester, so I applied for fall and I got accepted for summer. If I deny my summer like application acceptance, I would not be able to get into the school. So I ended up accepting the summer acceptance, so I'm not going for summer B because I want to. I'm going for summer B because that's what they gave me. But I'm not mad about it. You need 9 credit hours for summer at UCF anyway, so I'm already getting my credits out of the way, like my required amount out of the way. If you guys didn't know, I'm double majoring in film and journalism, so instead of 130 credits, which is what the regular student needs, I actually have to get 150 credits if I want 2 degrees. So I can take film classes and journalism classes and get 130 credits, and I would only get 1 degree, whereas if I took 150 credits, I get 2 degrees. So I get a degree from the School of Journalism as a journalism major, and I get a degree from the School of Film. I'm going for the 150 hours because I have my AP credits. I should graduate in 4 years. College is not the same as high school in the sense like, oh, class of 2016. Like, I know a lot of the freshmen are saying it now, even I did it. UCF 20, but like, you never know. If you're a doctor, you're not graduating in 4 years. So you can say UCF 20 because you're a freshman, but like, you're not really graduating in 2020. And then I already have my AP, so it helps out a lot. I only have to complete like not even that many extra classes. So yes, I am double majoring in film and journalism. Get excited for better YouTube videos. If you want to know more about UCF, or if you have any questions, you guys can leave comments down below and I might do a questions and answer video depending on how many comments that I get. Now I'm going to get into college application tips and advice. You're going to need to choose a college. Think about what you want. Do you want sorority houses? Do you want cold weather, hot weather, the location, the cost of tuition? But not every college has sorority houses. I wanted to be in a sorority. I still kind of want to be in it, but I'm not sure. Not every school has sorority houses. Another school that I really liked, Florida Gulf Coast University, did not have sorority houses. They had sororities, but they didn't have sorority houses. If you are really into sororities, make sure that the school that you want to go to has sorority houses. Obviously, you shouldn't be choosing a college based on a sorority, but if that's something that's important to you, it's definitely something to factor in. Talk to your parents about tuition. How much do they have saved up for you? How much are you planning to pay? How much are they helping you pay for? Thankfully, my grandparents got me Florida prepaid, so all my 4 years are paid for, not including dorms and food. And then dorms and food, my parents are paying that all off for me. So I will have 0 debt, and they want me to help pay. And even if they decide later on that they're not going to pay for the whole thing, if you continuously pay off your student loans for 10 years, they cancel the rest of the fees. So say you're going to graduate school, you can't pay it off, so you pay it a little bit off 1 year and then you stop paying it for like a year or 2. You have to pay the full price. But if you pay continuously your amount for 10 years, they will cancel whatever else you owe after that 10 years. My mom was also telling me that the fees are so small, it'd be okay to take out a student loan so you don't have to take all that money out of pocket at one time to pay for dorms and classes. How much are your parents paying for college for you? Are they lending you money only? Are they not helping you pay it off? Do they expect you to pay all of the money that they gave you back to them after you get out of college? So you need to discuss that with your parents. See if you had a prepaid plan. I knew that you could take the money out of the Florida prepaid plan, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna take the money out of the Florida prepaid and I'm gonna be off to New York. If you take the money out of your prepaid account, it's not the same amount. Say that there is like $15,000 in your prepaid account, right? It will pay for all of your 4 years in Florida because that's how much it cost at the beginning when they first started paying it. And now it's obviously way more. Say you take that $15,000 out, that's definitely not going to cover 4 years in New York. So even though tuition for 4 years might be $200,000 something dollars, if you have 15 in your prepaid account, then it'll cover your 4 years. It's really difficult to explain. I will leave the Florida prepaid college website down below so you guys can check it out, and there's a few videos on YouTube if you guys want to learn more about it. There's a lot of videos about loans and student debt on YouTube that I've been watching as well. I don't know why. It's just interesting to know and like the finances involving college. Next, your application getting into college. You need to figure out first of all, before you start any essays or anything, figure out which colleges you want. A really good website that I used was College Board, and they have like the college little search thing, and you can put colleges like in your box. It's really cool. You can rank them from first to least, and then it kind of compares it for you all on that one website. So I will also leave that link down below. It's really cool. It's a really cool website. In-state, out-of-state. Tells you the tuition, when classes start, when payments are due, all that stuff. You need to make sure you choose, I'd say like 10 schools, and you probably won't even end up applying to all of them. Rank them from first to last. Figure out how much everything costs. Figure out how much it's going to cost to submit your application. Figure out how much it's going to cost to send ACT and SAT scores. Figure out how much it's going to cost to send transcripts. You have to send a ton of stuff, and applications are very expensive, and sometimes your parents will not have that money. Oh, mom and dad, like I want to send out 10 applications today, right now. They're not just going to give you that much money. So make sure you sit down with your parents, tell them, label out for them, this school costs $40, this school costs $90. Tell them, let them know in advance, and you're going to want to set dates that you want to submit those applications. This is also going to help you like stay on track. At least it did with me when I told my parents, oh, I'm submitting it on this day. They would get on me like, is your essay almost finished? And I would be on myself also like, oh, I need to finish this essay so I can submit it by this day. So label out the dates that you want to send them in. Make sure you make it a priority. Send them in on the date, on like the date that you chose. There's early deadlines and then there's normal deadlines. The earlier you apply, the easier it is to get in. Probably would have gotten into fall if I applied early. So obviously, you apply earlier, you're more likely to get a decision to be accepted than if you apply late. There's less applicants, there's less people with higher scores than you if you apply early, because that's the first group of students. So they're looking through that first group, versus if you apply late and a whole bunch of other people have applied and then they go and they choose you. Honestly, I've had so many breakdowns senior year over college, like I'm not even gonna pretend like I didn't. I applied to some schools early-ish. I didn't get accepted into them. The school that I applied to, I got accepted into late. So while all my friends were getting college decisions, I was here, I didn't have a college decision, and I was freaking out. That also wasn't fun. But I also know some kids who applied super early, got their decision, and then slacked off the whole year. So I don't know. Do you want that? Do you want to pass your AP exam, or do you just care about getting into college? You might get in, slack off in all your APs, and then not be able to pass, but I would still recommend applying early at the same time, working hard in high school so you can pass your exams. On your application, fill up every box. Pull out those rewards from 10th grade that you got, that yearbook reward. You need to put it in your application. Even if you're like, oh, that reward wasn't a big deal, put it in your application. Make yourself the strongest candidate possible. Fill up all the boxes, maximum word count, and all the extra rewards boxes. Put in everything that you have that you think will help you. This is something that I didn't do, but I would say reward yourself after you submit each application if you can. The college application process for me was extremely stressful, and it was just a lot. Every time you submit an application, like have a little celebration for yourself. Ooh, go get a Starbucks drink. Ooh, go get some munchies. Go watch a movie. Just reward yourself in some type of way so that the process isn't as stressful for you. The infamous college app essay. This was the hardest part of a college application for me. It was just really hard for me. Like I had so many breakdowns over this essay because I would write and write and write again, and it just wasn't good enough for me. I just didn't know how to start. Like, how do you write about yourself? I don't know, like it was just weird and hard. So I have a few tips for you guys that really helped me out. I literally watched 10,000 videos, read 10,000 articles, read 10,000 sample essays, so I'm going to give to you guys what I learned. Write about everything that makes you you. What makes you unique? That at first did not work for me, so I kept going and looking for things to write about. This is what really, really, really helped me. I sat down with a teacher. I didn't know what to write about. Like, I was like, I don't know what to write about. She told me, write about something, like list all the good things about you. So I did that. I was like, okay. She's like, now tell a story that incorporates all of those things. And that was the best tip ever. She really helped me out a lot, and then after I was able to sit down with that teacher, she was an English teacher, and we reviewed my essay on the overhead. You write down all your qualities, and then you choose a situation or something that happened to you, or write a story about something that showcases all of those qualities. Read college essay samples. Yes, it's very annoying to read other people's essays that you have no idea who they are, but it will help you, and it will help you improve your writing. So go to a bunch of different websites, read a ton of different college essays from different people, different majors, different schools. It will help you out. It will give you inspiration. It will help you how to transition like the paragraphs in your college essay. Write a rough draft and revise. Write your essay first on paper. I had a whole book dedicated to my essays where I would write my essays. I literally wrote 10,000 essays before I got the right essay. Write your essay. I don't care how bad it is. Literally sit in your bed one night watching a YouTube video. You're being super lazy. You just don't feel like doing it. I know. But you need to start right now. Watch some YouTube videos, put on a movie, and just start writing. Just start writing about what you think is good about you. Write something where the people that are reading your essays would like. When you're finished, read it over, see what can be fixed about it, and then type it up. When you start typing it up, you're going to notice little things that you don't like and little things that you do like. And you continue to change it and you continue to work on it and all that stuff. This is good if you're starting in the summer. I started late, so I didn't have all that time to be like, la-di-da, oh, let me change this, oh, let me change that. If you start in the summer, you have a lot of time, so just take your time and make it an enjoyable experience, make it a learning experience. If you don't have a lot of time, I still recommend doing the same thing, but obviously, like, you need to get on it, revise, do the rough draft, then type it on paper, then set up a meeting with the teacher and go review it. Let multiple people read and help you revise your essay. So your friends, don't get those friends that are like high school dropouts that like do drugs every day. No, I'm not talking about those friends. Like your friends that you trust, that you think have a good opinion. Let your teachers read it. Let your English teacher read it. Let your parents read it. Let your grandparents read it. Take in the feedback. You don't have to take in everything they say, and you really like one part of your essay and they're telling you to take it out. Obviously, you leave it in. But just take into consideration what they have to say. Multiple people are saying the same thing. Maybe that's something that you should change. Sit down with a teacher to review your essay, and I cannot express like how much this has helped me. I sat down with one of the English teachers at my school twice to review my essay. Set up a meeting with their teacher, email them as soon as school starts, 2 weeks after school starts. Miss so-and-so, I need you to help me out with this essay. And I'm pretty sure most of your English teachers especially say yes. And also, it is okay to take a break. College application can become extremely frustrating. For me, I was like, okay, college application, oh, gotta write this essay, gotta submit FAFSA, blah, 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 SSAR. But like, take a break. Take one day where you don't do anything college related, just chill out, because it is stressful. And you're not the only one going through it. You're not the only one that doesn't think they're gonna get in anywhere, because literally that was me. And I got into multiple schools. So, chill out. Chill out. Chill out. So now I'm going to get into like the actual college application stuff. There's this thing called SSAR. The school doesn't ask, like, you still have to send in your transcripts if you get accepted. They don't ask for transcripts. They ask you to fill out your classes ever since 9th grade with the grades that you got in those classes. You can lie, but it's not going to help you in the end. Don't lie about what grades you got or what classes you got, because you might get in and then get denied later on. But pretty much you put in all your classes, and it's called SSAR. And you have a little number and you can like put it in for multiple schools. Then there's something called Common App, which I started to use when I was looking at out-of-state schools, but then once I realized I would be in Florida, I stopped using it. So none of the schools that I wanted in Florida were on Common App. I'll link Common App below because every school uses that, because a lot of schools are on there. Pretty much it's like you write an essay and you write out your extracurriculars and all that, and it can be sent to multiple schools without you having to retype it every single time. So it's a little bit more convenient. FAFSA, financial something something. It stands for like financial aid. Like You can look it up. I need your driver's license to know. These are some of the questions that I had that I wrote down while I was during the college process. So one of the questions that I had was, why does FAFSA need your driver's license? It's to know like what state that you live in. If you don't have a license, it needs your parents' license. Say that you want to go to school in New York and you like say that you live in New York so you could pay in-state tuition, but you actually live in Florida. They would verify that once they verify your driver's license. I wrote down the answers too. They need it to verify your residency, not to check your driving record, because I thought that you got pulled over, like they would check it. And you send your FAFSA application to universities before you have been accepted into them. And then I answered it. Yes, but you can't submit it before January 1st because they need your parents' final tax return form. So say that your parents submitted a tax return and then they got a bonus, like you need that bonus needs to be included in their taxes. So you need to wait like literally like the end of the year and then you can submit it January 1st. I had a weird thing happen to me with my FAFSA account. I'm going to school for the summer, so there is 2 different types of FAFSAs. There's a fall FAFSA and there's a summer FAFSA. So I filled out the fall FAFSA because I thought, oh, like I didn't choose summer. You don't choose summer. Most people, most freshmen especially, don't choose summer. Like they get accepted into summer only, or they don't get into that school at all. I got summer, but I filled out the fall FAFSA. So I got a notification from FAFSA saying you need to go back and fill out your summer FAFSA or you're not going to get financial aid for summer. So I literally had to go back and fill out every single thing for summer. It's not like it transfers over. Like you have to fill out everything, put in your driver's license number, all that stuff, all the annoying crap that you have to do for FAFSA. But you get financial aid, so it's worth it. I guess I would recommend filling out both summer and fall. If you might get accepted to summer, then you have it already. But if you don't feel like doing that, they're going to send you a notification if you need to fill it out. I think one of them is like more updated tax returns. It's weird. My mom mostly did my FAFSA, to be honest with you, because it's a lot of information that I didn't know about, so my parents did that. At my school, if you wanted to send your transcripts electronically, they are $2, and if you wanted to send them in the mail, they were $5, but the reason that you can mail them is for scholarships. So some scholarships require like an in-hand transcript. So if you apply for a scholarship and it says, oh, we need a transcript, that's when you would submit a paper version. I was confused about that. I was like, why would you want to submit a paper version when you can submit an electronic version to every school? To send in your worksheets for SAT, it's about like $11.25, and most schools super score. So say you got like a 500 in reading on the first time, but then you got like a 700 the second time. You send both of them, and they're gonna take the 700. They're gonna take your highest score from each section and make it into one big score. But you did end up having to pay extra money because you didn't get the high score all at once. You got it different times that you took the test. And your ACT scores are $12, or they were $12 for me when I applied. These SAT stressed me out so much. Like my parents were like, Kayla, retake it, get a higher score, get guaranteed into more schools. But I was like, this is too, like at the end I was like, this is too stressful. Like I'm not gonna stress myself out, mess with my head just to get a high score and like study 50 hours a night and go to tutoring class. No, I'm not doing all that. So I stayed with the score that I had. I like the ACT a lot better than I did the SAT. I feel like the SAT is more what you know. I'm not gonna say how smart you are because academics don't determine how smart you are, but I think the SAT is more based upon like how smart you are academically versus like the ACT, which is more critical thinking. I like the topics on the ACT a lot more because I just found the ACT to be easier for me. The score that I got on the ACT actually correlates to like a 1750 or something in the SAT score range, so I did a lot better on the ACT, and I like the ACT a lot better. I recommend that you guys take both of them. I didn't really take the test scores that seriously, so I didn't think that they mattered that much, and I still don't think that they matter that much. But I would say study. I didn't study at all. I didn't study for ACT or SAT. I got the book, I went through it a little bit, and then that was it. The ACT I didn't study for at all, and I got a 24. But study. Do the practice test online. Don't cram it all into 1 week. You need to set a date that you want to take it, and then continuously study throughout the months. I didn't really have time to do that because senior year I was just all over the place, and I took it, and then I was like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, ACT again? Okay. It just was a lot for me. I would definitely say if you're watching this video in the summer, go ahead and plan it out and study for it. It doesn't have to be like intense studying, like, oh my god, I need to see a tutor, I need to pay for this class, I need to go to a coffee shop for 5 hours. But study a little bit, I'd say, and watch some YouTube videos, talk about with ACT, different strategies and stuff, because a lot of it is about strategies and how you test it. Right now, I'm going through like the second step of college stuff, so like dorms, choosing classes. That is also super complicated. It's just a ton of information at once when I went to orientation. I might do a college frequently asked questions. If you guys have any questions about like classes, sororities, dorm rooms, dorm room costs, meal plan. If you guys have any questions about that, you can leave it down below and I might do a Q&A on that. I went on a trip to Greece on spring break, and I have that video up on my channel, so I really want you guys to go look at it, check it out. If you have some friends that you know are having trouble, share this video with them, tell them to come watch it, and please share it with all the college students that you know. Bye. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Have a great summer.